According to the Fidelity study, there may have been a silver lining to the financial crisis, that over the past 5 years, investors have moved from being scared to prepared. Can you tell us what that means?
Right. The good news coming out of the financial crisis is that we saw about 58% of the people said they actually felt more confident now than they did before the financial crisis began. What we see is that while we're unable to predict where the stock market is going to go or where interest rates may be, there are two levers that are very important where we can control our own personal economy. We can control what we save, and we can control what we spend. We saw investors make changes to those two behaviors.
And how have investors changed their behavior over the past 5 years?
The good news is about 42% of the people we surveyed actually reduced their household debt. So whether that's paying down a mortgage, paying off high-interest credit card debt, or changing their car loan, that actually has been beneficial because you're actually spending less throughout your household finances. The converse of that is that we see actually about half the people increase their savings rates. They recognize that they had to take control of their own retirement preparedness, and the best way to do that is to actually save more and make sure that you're contributing to a 401k and an IRA.
And do you think the changes are temporary or permanent?
We actually see, when we see changes like that where people are changing contributions out of a paycheck into a retirement account, those changes tend to be very long-lasting. If you pay yourself first, then you learn to budget and live on what's left. If you're trying to take savings out of your spending account, then it's very difficult to do that because you end up spending more than you had planned sometimes.
And what are some of the steps we should be taking to put our best financial foot forward to the future?
Well, one way to make sure that you preserve the amount that you want to save is to create an emergency fund. So what we saw is that almost 17% of the people who we surveyed had some impact to their employment during the market downturn. So preparing for that, anticipating that some bump in the road will occur down the road, is one important step that people can take today to prepare for the next market downturn.
And do you have any additional tips or information you'd like to share?
Well, the one thing we like to make sure that people do is they set up a plan. They understand the role that their different parts of their portfolio are going to play against those plans. Everybody wants to retire. Some of us want to send kids to college or buy a home. And so we want to understand the role that each part of our portfolio plays within our own household economy. Those people who have a plan feel more confident and are much more able to withstand market downturns.
And where can we go for more information?
We have a Viewpoints article on our website, Fidelity.com, that gives 5 key tips that investors can talk about immediately. And there's lots of information and tools that people can go online and explore how to save more, how to construct their portfolio, and what steps they can take. If they need additional help, they can certainly call us and ask for help from a representative as well.
Thanks, John. I appreciate it. Have a great afternoon.
Great. Thanks, Candace.